you prefer. I'm on my way to Canadian Tire, going to get some truck bed liner. I might also get some spray paint, but we'll see. We'll see. As I walk to Canadian Tire, I'm listening to a podcast. The podcast I'm listening to is called The Superhero Complex. Yeah, The Superhero Complex. It's a really good podcast, little documentary style on Phoenix Jones. But the guy putting it together, he's got his own biases and stuff. I'm not going to say it's perfect or anything, but it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Speaking of which, for some reason it just cut off on me. I'm not sure why that happened. Yeah. Don't know what's going on there, man. What's the technology doing? Uh-oh. What's the technology doing? I don't know what it's doing. There we go. It's working. It's working. You just got to hit the play button. It says it's not connecting, but you hit play, it still works. I'm really giving consideration to quitting energy drinks, or at least cutting back on them, because, man, I gotta piss so much when I drink energy drinks. It's ridiculous. I think I go 3 times as much when I drink energy drinks. But yeah, no, Canadian Tire is kind of like a small nation unto itself. I mean, it's gigantic. It's so huge. But it also has its own currency, too. So it really is like its own country. As much as it is a very patriotic store, it's, yeah, I remember there was this joke that you could bring Canadian Tire money to other countries and they would accept it like real cash. And they would say, yeah, it has the King of Canada on it, or the President of Canada on it. And it was like supposed to be the founder of Canadian Tire or something, or some fictional mascot. But yeah, no. I like Canadian Tire, but it's huge. It's so huge. I found my black rimmed glasses. They're still my last pair, but at least I found them and they're not broken. Yeah, no, I'm thinking I'm gonna take some of the red glasses and I'll paint the frames. But I think that might look like crap, and I might just be better off just accepting the fact that I have red ones. They don't look that bad. I just prefer the black ones. I think the red one. I still get compliments about the red ones. You know, like everybody loves the glass, red or black. I try to let everybody know you can get them at Dollarama. I'm thinking about doing something different with the Velcro, maybe adding a third Velcro to the cape, but I'm still thinking on it. I just want it to be a little more cinched up at the top, you know. I can do that if I wrap it up in an unsafe manner, but I don't want to do that. Like, safety first. Yeah, no, it was getting like a serious, there was a freaking storm today. It was thunder and lightning, but I missed it all. I was inside working. I saw a little bit of it as we were driving, but it was like miles away at that point. And then it just kind of came over and rained and did all of its mess, and I missed all of it. I didn't get to experience the rain, but it did cool off everything. But The sun is out again, so it's just a matter of time, very short amount of time, and it'll be really hot again. Hey there! Sorry, we got disconnected there. We're just on our way to Canadian Tire. We're getting some truck bed liner. It's time to upgrade the shield. We'll put a couple layers on in the middle here, and yeah, should make it a lot more durable. This store is huge. It's ridiculous how big this place is. Ugh. As big as it is, I don't think they have public washrooms. Like they're way over on this side of town. Like they're obviously not thinking of customers who are walking, but that's okay. They're here to make money, and they do that well. And they have a nice selection of stuff. Yeah. So I'm gonna just shut the camera off, and I'll be back when I am back from shopping. Why is this French? Oh. Okay, it's not in French anymore. Truck bed liner. Easy liner. Oh my, it's expensive. It's a lot more expensive than I thought it would be. Easy liner. Yeah. Aisle 16. Ooh, nice tool. Yes, disconnect there. We're all good to go.
That's the one? Oh, yep.
JB Welds steel reinforced epoxy.
I'll take 2 of them here. How many is there there? 2 or 3? Yeah, just 2 or 3. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's going to be the exact color. If I don't use the one, I guess I'll probably use one, and then if I have to, I'll bring one. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you don't use it. And the color of the lid, is that the color that it's pronounced in? Yeah, just the color. Okay. I'll give it a try and see if that's the right, see if it matches it for the front first. Yeah, you can just like put it side by side and pull it. Okay. Yeah. Perfect. Do you have any other copies? I just got my card here, so okay. Yeah.
Would you be able to help me with the truck bed liner? No? Excuse me? No, yes. Gotta wait for you to come back, I guess. Cool. Yeah, this is the service I remember from Canadian Tire. Probably thinks that was the guy he was coming to. Oh, fuck's sakes. Because he was coming to help a guy and there was a guy waiting there. He probably assumed it was him. And now he's probably not even coming back. My phone really sucks today. I keep shutting off the hotspot for my other phone. I just kind of went and had to go ask him to call the guy again because somebody else got helped instead. And that's all right. It's just I didn't get a chance to let the guy know that I also needed help. You know, they called for a guy. They called, said a guy was waiting, and there was a guy waiting. I think they probably... Oh, pretty good, pretty good. I just need some truck bed liner.
Do you have any idea which one?
This one right there.
How many cans?
Just one.
Just one?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
How's your day going?
Not too bad, Jude.
Oh, pretty good, pretty good.
That's good.
Didn't end up raining all day, but it cooled things off a little. Well, we keep disconnecting, but... Oh, caught me underdressed. I don't have my glasses on. One moment. But yeah, no, we got some... It wasn't the brand name stuff. It's kind of the off-brand truck bed coating, but I think it'll do the job. So, got truck bed coating. I think next payday, because I'm kind of dipping into payday early. I think next payday I'll get spray paint and maybe add a symbol to the shield there. Maybe I'll do it for Canada Day too. I'll think about it. I just really like the blank shield. It's just so you know, what's the word I'm looking for when something doesn't stand out? It's nonchalant. That's not the word I'm looking for, but it is that too. Alrighty, I gotta find a place to take a leak. Holy, I really have. Just gotta get my shield strapped on here and I can get going. We got our supplies. Now I'm just gonna go head over towards the hospital there. My dad's still in the hospital, but he's doing a lot better now, so I'm a lot less stressed out about it because he's coming home. We were worried that he wasn't going to come home, and that's pretty stressful, I tell you. It's pretty stressful. Yeah, but like I said before, again, I want to apologize for all the lack of camera for while we were in the Canadian Tire there. I know that's not entertaining or anything. I just like to keep things running in case somebody wants to ask a question or say hi. And yeah, I'm still listening to the Superhero Complex. It's a lot of fun, but it's from iHeart Podcasts, whatever the hell they're called, iHeart Media. So it's AdHeart, whatever you want to call it. Holy crap, do they have a lot of ads. Listening to ads right now. God damn it, always listening to fucking ads with iHeart. Oh. If I was walking and not streaming right now, I would skip the ads. Because my God, I spend so much time listening to fucking ads. Like they have like 20-minute episodes sometimes, and you're gonna play like 5 minutes of ads. It's fucking ridiculous. It's a beautiful day. It's getting a little warm now that the rain went away. Oh no, I don't get a crosswalk button. You know, sometimes the button is forgiving and it lets you go, but other times it is very unforgiving. Oh, I see a tree over there. I need to run over to that tree. I really need to get over there. It's an emergency. Yeah, man, Red Bull makes you piss. Oh. I mean, everything you drink does at some point, but Red Bull is so much worse. Oh my God. Yeah, I love going to Canadian Tire, but it's all the way across town. I'll just be 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 10 seconds. Hey, Schofield kid, how you doing? It's tell you what's up. It's a beautiful freaking day in Grand Prairie. We had way too much heat. The rain came and kind of cooled everything off, and now the sun is just making it nice and beautiful again. I just picked up some truck bed liner so I can upgrade my shield. Yeah, it's a good day, man. It's a good day. I had a busy fucking day at work. I was carrying, you know, the big bottles of water for like the water dispensers. I was packing those around. We moved a safe, and we were shoveling gravel into a pothole. So it's like I'm glad to be off work. It was a busy day, and I got the the Schofield kid says, I went fishing and got too much sun. Oh shit. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. That sun kind of sneaks up on you sometimes. Yeah, I got the cheaper brand of truck bed liner. I feel like I hope they're all the same. I hope I didn't cheap out, because the expensive truck bed liner is like $180, and it's like $20, $180 seemed like an easy choice, you know. But maybe I will regret that decision. We will see what happens. I'm listening to a podcast. Yes, exactly. I'll definitely let it dry between coats. I'm gonna just put on a thin layer, let it dry, put on a thin layer, let it dry. I'll probably put on a couple layers, because I want it to be, you know, a decent amount of thickness. I don't want it to be crazy. Yeah. Oh, it'll glob. You're saying otherwise it'll glob together? Good to know. Good to know. I'll be patient with it. Maybe I'll even retire the shield for a day just to make sure that it's totally dry over a 24-hour period, you know. But we'll see. Actually, I'll just read. What does the can say? How long? Sorry, I'm just standing at the crosswalk, so I don't want to read the can right here. I want to pay attention to what the lights are doing. When I cross the street, I will read what the can says. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Light change. Oh, yeah. Schofield Kid said I've done my push bumper and my boat. Oh. It seems like some good stuff. That was kind of why I went with it, because... And now I got a whole can, so it's like I'll use a little bit on my shield, and I'll have a whole can to use on other stuff. I'm tempted to put a little bit on the inside of my hat, but I don't want to make my hat overheat. It'll just overheat, I think. Cool, cool. Schofield Kid says it's good stuff. Cool, cool. But the reason why I want to put some in my hat is because I used to have this thing called a bump cap, and it looks like a baseball cap, but it's got this plastic insert that makes it like a hard hat. And I got to look into getting another one that might fit this hat, because they're just like this little plastic insert. But it's better than having that than having nothing, the way I figured it. But then I always want to go overboard, and I want to talk to my guys on Alibaba, and want them to manufacture a titanium insert for my hat. But that would take a lot of design work, and I don't really want to spend the money on that right now. I don't really think that would be a sound financial decision. But, the guys in Shenzhen, China, they make some real nice titanium. That's where my my shield from Walk Talk comes from. I'm always so happy with the way it turned out. It's a little heavy, but it's all good. That's what I asked for. I'm listening to a podcast about Phoenix Jones. I don't know if you ever heard it. It's called The Superhero Complex. It's a little harsh on Phoenix sometimes, but for the most part, he kind of kisses his ass, and he paid Phoenix Jones like a couple $1,000s to do all these interviews and stuff, and so it's interesting. It's interesting. It's a podcast that I've listened to a couple times, and my opinions change a little bit over time, because I used to think it was like really unbiased, but then I've listened to it so many times I realized, man, this guy really was a Phoenix Jones lover, and that's okay. You know, everybody has their idols and everything, but he tries to come across like he's a no-nonsense journalist, and he's really a lot harsher on the other real-life superheroes. Like, yeah, I think he's a lot harsher of a critic, more harsh of a critic against guys that really don't have as much of an opportunity to defend themselves, but gives Phoenix all the opportunity to respond against all the stuff people say about him. But it's a pretty good podcast, even though it's got its biases, you know. Who was the piece on Vice about him? I don't know if I've seen the one on Vice. I've seen a couple different Phoenix Jones things. Oh. Thank you. Somebody just pulled back to let me as a pedestrian walk, and I appreciate that. I'm trying to remember I think I mentioned it before, the really good documentary about Phoenix Jones is Atrocity Guide, but Um, there's so many people who do reactions to Phoenix Jones stuff because there's so much Phoenix Jones stuff out there. One where I really wasn't on the side of normally I'm okay with people criticizing. Hey, sorry about that. I'm using my Hey, sorry about that. I'm using my hotspot from my other phone. It's really a bad idea. I should be using that phone to stream with and using the other phone the other way. It's really a bad system I got right now. It's really a bad system I got right now. I was just saying, Dr. Todd Grand, he's on YouTube and he reacts to a lot of crime stuff and psychology stuff. And he does a reaction to the Phoenix Jones story. And he's a real smug prick about it. Like, Phoenix Jones is somebody you can criticize all the hell. That's totally fine to criticize Phoenix Jones. But he was like, oh, you say the police aren't effective, but they were effective enough to catch you. It's like, he's like a comic book character. I think Dr. Todd Grand is just as much a comic book character as Phoenix Jones. Because Dr. Todd Grand, he did this reaction to Phoenix Jones that was real pompous, I thought. But he also did a bunch of reactions to criminal cases where he was like offended that the criminal got caught and was basically saying how he could have did this and did that and they wouldn't have got caught. And it was just like in really bad taste because it's like he had no sympathy for the victims or anything. He just he people have their biases, but I'll just say he's kind of a dick. I want to do a reaction to Dr. Todd Grand's episode on Phoenix Jones. I think it would be a really good reaction video to watch that, because Dr. Todd Grand, it was just weird that he did a reaction on it, but he does do like crime stuff, and Phoenix Jones was arrested for the drug charges and everything, so fair enough, it all overlapped. But man, just so many people say you either die a hero or live long enough to see the villain. Everything on Phoenix Jones says that. Like, I swear, every documentary, everybody make a short little blurb that about Phoenix Jones. It is way more a Phoenix Jones related quote than it is a Batman quote. Whoa, we got a couple viewers. What's going on? I was just saying how you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain is a Phoenix Jones quote now. Or a quote from Phoenix Jones critics. Because everybody says that about him. It's so funny. It's so funny. Like, they say it on the first episode of the Superhero Complex. There's also a really good, I don't know if anybody here listens to the podcast Lore Boys. They mostly do like video game and comic book lore. I think they do comic book lore. Movie lore, I think. Tabletop lore, like, well, I guess that includes novels and stuff. You know, like Warhammer 40k lore and all that shit. But they did an episode on Phoenix Jones and the real life superheroes. And it was a pretty good episode. It's pretty funny. Oh my other phone is having a seizure in my pocket. 1 second. There are podcasts, there's fucking live streams starting. What's going on here? Jesus. I have no control over my phone. It is an unruly child. I should probably grab something to eat before I go to the hospital there. Nah, I don't got time. I got time, I guess. I don't know. What is... Oh, wow. Again with this shit. Don't you love pop-ups that are like infinite? Like you X out and they pop right back up and they just keep popping up? Some real annoying ads on YouTube right now. I didn't even have YouTube open, but my phone was in my pocket and it was acting of its own accord. Or at least my butt cheek was controlling it. Maybe it was still my will to some degree. Yeah, yeah. Just trying to get my podcast going again. Oh. I guess David Weinberg is the guy who does the Superhero Complex. There's this really funny moment on like the last episode of the Superhero Complex where he's talking and then some other producer or part of his creative team is talking, and they sound exactly the same. The only reason you know they're different people is because they say they are different names, but they have exactly the same voice. It's so funny. It's so funny. Yeah. As much as I don't like re-listening to the same stuff over and over again, there's just a limited amount of real-life superhero media out there. That's why I really like Skyline Superhero, because he's pumping out a lot of content there. Like his real-life superhero icebergs are great. And he's also got like superhero, I think it's like called Superhero 101, and like how not to be a superhero. And he has really great content. I don't agree with everything he says, but I think he's got a real rounded setup. And he's got a huge first aid kit. That's what I'm most impressed by. Is I have this tiny, dinky little first aid kit that I carry around. That he's got this. Is he bigger than full size? What I consider a full size first aid kit. Like he's got a huge first aid kit that he has on his back, on his lower back there, and it's a really great show of preparation. Like I mean, a first aid kit is something that can help you in so many situations. The only thing I wasn't sure of whether or not he carried Narcan. I wouldn't be surprised if he did mention it, and I just am not recalling at the moment. Boy, I hate touchscreens. You know what every modern phone is missing? Remember on the 2DS and like Game Boys and all sorts of technology with touchscreens, or even without touchscreens, there was a button, lock, like you turn it on and it makes it so the screen doesn't work anymore. It's like a screen lock. And until you unclick that button physically, your screen can't do anything. Like that would be such a stress saver. Like I don't understand why we don't have that. We had it on older technology, but we just don't have that anymore. It's so great. A new podcast opened. Isn't that great? That's great. I love touchscreens. You know, they're so easy to use. Well, they are easy to use. I'm not going to bitch that much about touchscreens. But they're so easy to use. They're too easy to, like, pocket dial and stuff. Like, touchscreens are terrible. Like, I just want a way to shut the screen off. I don't want to black out the screen. And the thing is, I want something that'll make it so I can't turn the screen back on. like, this phone is so sensitive, it just keeps unlocking itself in my pocket. It's really annoying. Anybody out there try Wagyu beef? They just mentioned it in this podcast I don't even want to be listening to, but it sure looks good with all that, like, nice marbling on the meat. I mean, it looks like some really good stuff. Oh my god, this is so annoying. Oh, wow, it's one of... They started adding other podcasts to the superhero complex. And so now there's this random crap in here about the Fighty Pucks and Deliver Us from Irville. It's like... It has nothing to do with the great podcast that they actually did make. And it just makes it so I'm listening to the podcast, and now I'm listening to something totally different. Okay, I'm gonna put my phone in my pocket, but I'm gonna put the touchscreen facing away from my butt cheek, so maybe it won't get activated quite so easily. I do not like touchscreens sometimes. Flip phones were cool. Flip phones were really cool. I wouldn't mind a flip phone, a touchscreen flip phone, you know? If you close it, then you can't activate all those buttons. That sounds useful. Everybody wants to look like Captain Kirk. Those phones will always be futuristic. I could actually put this truck bed liner on my black glasses. No. Oh. I thought it was a fruit, but it's a rubber ball. Because it was next to a stick. I thought it was attached to the stick, and I was like, "What? Did this tree shed a fruit?" But it's not that kind of tree. That's why I was so confused, because I knew it wasn't that kind of tree, but plants be weird sometimes, you know? Get little growths on them. Yeah, no, it's a lovely day today. My live stream isn't as long as it should be because I disconnected so many freaking times. I should be getting close to an hour, but we're not even to half an hour yet. What the hell? What time is it? Yeah, no, I started streaming like 50 minutes ago, but I'm only on stream for 23 minutes because I've disconnected so many times. Yeah, no. Didn't do very good that way. I'm thinking about getting one of those neck fans, the ones that like loop around your neck and like blow towards you, like blow inward towards your collar. But I don't think you can run in them. And I always like to try to think of mobility, you know. That's why I like my foam shield. It's so light, I can run with it. Yeah. I'm just gonna visit my dad for a bit, and then I'll probably shut the stream off before I go in the hospital there, and I'll be back at 8 o'clock, but I still gotta walk to the hospital yet. There's a couple minutes yet. Yeah. I'm still looking for names for the shield. I kind of like the Grand Prairie pillow because that's what it is. You know, it's a soft, cushy object. And I could actually use it as a pillow if I wanted to. But I also was throwing around the idea of, because I wanted to have something kind of Alberta themed or something to connect Canada back to Alberta, because the Alberta blue has kind of become a symbol of anti-Canada. Think about maybe putting a blue maple leaf on there. That'd be a little bit different, but because we are Alberta. And blue is also like a Grand Prairie color too. Or it used to be. I guess it's not so much now. We had an apartment fire over here, and it's under reconstruction now. Got the crane out and everything. The only thing I'm interested to see with this truck bed liner, I'm hoping that I can spray it on the shield here, on the interior layer, in between the two foam layers. I'm hoping I can spray it on the fabric and it will soak in a little bit to the fabric, so the truck bed liner will be like fused to it, like really solidly, so there's no chance of it like breaking off in one big sheet or in a chunk or something. I don't think the truck bed liner would do that anyways. I think it's kind of against its nature. Yeah. I don't know. I gotta watch that Mythbusters episode I was told about, where they spray truck bed liner on a bunch of clothes and stuff. Because I would like to know how it reacts with fabric. Yeah. My fiance had suggested, it was kind of right at the end of the phone call, so I really didn't have time to talk about it. But she had suggested to me that I might be instigating violence by having the shield. And I was prepared for other people to say that. I just didn't expect it to come from her. Because she seemed to understand why having the shield was a good thing. Because she was there when I just about got punched in the face at the Stompede. But then when we went to another gathering very similar to the Stompede, she didn't want me to bring the fucking shield. And it did legitimately piss me off, to be honest. Like, I didn't get mad about it, but it just bothered me that it had become a problem. There was really no reason. Like, it's a piece of foam, for fuck's sakes. It's not like I'm carrying my titanium shield around, which one day I do plan on carrying it around, but I will be very aware of its awkwardness and how much it kind of stands out. Where the Grand Prairie pillow is a pillow, you know, like I should be able to bring that anywhere that I can bring a cushion. That's just my opinion. And the idea that carrying, and it's just a cushion, but the idea of carrying any kind of shield is instigating violence is just kind of ridiculous. Like, I have considered having a protective equipment might make it so people want to test that protective equipment. There is an argument to be made there. But that's like saying I shouldn't wear a hat or a helmet or my cape. They all could, like, anybody can go after you for any reason. That doesn't make it your fault. Like, where I draw the line is weapons, where it's like, maybe we could live in a world where samurai walk around with swords and cowboys have their pistols and everyone be responsible. But I think we can all think of reasons why that's a bad idea. Yeah. And so that is why I want my shield to not be a hard object, because I want to be able to push through a crowd if I need to. You know, like, not necessarily push through a crowd, but like if I'm walking through a crowd and it bumps up against somebody, I don't want to, like, I don't want it to be a solid, hard object. You know, like, the shield is to protect. It's not Captain America's shield where he's throwing it at 100 miles an hour and could, like, cut people in half with the fucking thing. Now my titanium shield, that thing could be a damage dealer. Even though it is, you know, it's a shield, it's a defensive thing. I would, like, just ask somebody, I want to hurt somebody, just ask them to pick the fucking thing up. You know, it weighs 50 pounds. If you just pick that up with bad posture, you're not having a great day. But I do want to be able to have my titanium shield for, like, public events, and just carrying it around in public, because I think it's a great symbol. You know, titanium shield is solid and reliable. It is the walk for lost loved ones, related to the walk for lost loved ones. It's a pun, but it's also a big piece of metal. And so I understand there would be limitations to where I can bring it. And even if I wanted to go render aid to somebody, I could see myself setting down my big titanium shield before running over. But if somebody was being shot at, I would want to have that. Like, it could be the difference between life or death. But I would have to be strong enough to carry it and wield it in a fashion where it was useful. You know, like, I got a long ways to go before I'm strong enough to wield the shield in a productive manner. Right now, I got my foam shield, and it is what it needs to be. It's soft, so it won't hurt anybody. It's the piece of equipment that I wanted. I visualized it, I got the parts for it, and put it together. And now I got one more piece of the puzzle, the truck bed liner. And right now, the superhero complex is talking about Master Legend. Alrighty, well, I'm at the hospital now, so I'm going to shut down the stream. Sorry I didn't get a chance to say goodbye to the Schofield kid, but he is around a lot, so like anybody, he's allowed to come and go as he pleases. And if the Schofield kid is uploading or doing a live stream, go check him out, or subscribe to the Schofield kid, because I really appreciate having him as a viewer. He deserves a lot of viewers. He's got some adorable bunny rabbits. I'm Captain Canada, Joseph Arthur Roselle. I want to thank you for watching. I want to wish you all luck in the world. I love you, and I want you to remember that suicide is never the answer. Peace out. For now. Or whenever I figure out how to close this live stream.